A new contract. Okay. I'm still on leave, but I can accompany you for a while. What name should I use on the contract? I have a great many names, though when on leave I tend to go by Zhongli. And you, traveler, what name will you be signing on this contract?
新しい契約か？わかった。休暇中だが付き合ってもいいぞ。契約書はどの名にすればいい？名はたくさんあるのだが、今は勝利と名乗っている。お前はどうだ、旅人。お前はどの名で契約する？
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
旅はいつか終わりを迎える。慌てる必要はない。
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
次はどこに行くんだ？リーユエの名所を巡りたいなら、いい案がいくつかあるぞ。
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while, so it is where many things come to settle.
流通のために作られた船は港に止まる。だからリーユエはあらゆる富が沈着する場所だ。
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
花を買い、酒を持ち、船の上からリーユエの景色を堪能しようとしたが、共に過ごした旧友はもういない。あの古き友との再会はいつ叶うだろうか。
Violet grass is a plant that enjoys a moist environment and is best picked after it rains. If you should choose to pick any, be sure to store them appropriately.
ルリブクロという植物は湿っぽい環境を好むため、雨上がりに摘むのがおすすめだ。見かけたら適切な時に摘むといい。
We should look for a place to take shelter. I'll be fine, but we don't want you catching a cold.
雪が止むまで場所を移動しよう。俺は問題ないが、お前が風邪をひくかもしれない。
This weather is no good for being on vacation. We should go and take in an opera.
休暇に向いていない天気だ。芝居でも見に行くか。
I hope today too shall be prosperous.
今日も好景気になることを願っている。
Want a quick meal to pick us back up? I know a good place in Chuhu Rock.
元気になるもの？チコガンにあるいい店を知っているが。
By this time of night, we will have already missed Miss Yoon's play. But Liyue is full of interesting places to explore, even at night.
もう運殿の芝居に間に合わないが、夜のリーユエはまだまだいいところがたくさんあるぞ。
The market is closed and the port has settled. Go get some rest.
市場が終わり、賑やかな港も眠りについた。お前も休むといい。
Nothing can be accomplished without rules or standards. No matter if it is mortals or adepti, everyone has their place. This rule is what keeps Liyue in peace.
規則がなければ縁をなすことはできない。常人でも仙人でもそれぞれの役割を果たすことでリーユエの平和が保たれる。
Gold is Liyue's treasure. It is the blood that runs through her heart. As for whether your own heart shines like gold, we will have to wait and see.
黄金はリーユエの富、リーユエの心臓を動かす血だ。お前に黄金のように輝く心があるかどうか見極めさせてもらうぞ。
You and I have a contract. So feel free to discuss anything at all within the scope of said contract.
俺たちには契約がある。 だから契約内のことは何でも相談していいぞ。
We can discuss matters that fall outside of our contract, too. After all, I have been on this land for a time, and have come to know a thing or two. Of course, I do hope you can do some things for me as well. That would only be fair.
契約外のことでも俺に相談していいぞ。この土地で長く生きてきたから大体のことは知っている。とはいえお前にやってもらいたいこともある。そうしないと公平じゃないからな。
Contracts cannot be used to define friendship, nor measure sentiment. So just what can we use to measure the weight of our emotions? Do you know the answer, friend?
契約は友情の深さを測ることができない。では何を使えば俺たちの友情の重さを測ることができるのだろう。友よ、お前は答えを知っているか？
Visions are also a type of contract. You should know that all power comes at a price. For every bit of power you gain, so too do you gain more responsibility.
神の目、それも一つの契約だ。あらゆる力を知るには代価が必要だ。千の権力には千の責任が伴う。
Trade relies on both contracts and fairness. There is one thing you must never forget when making and abiding by a contract. If fairness is lost, then the contract shall become proof of one's deception.
取引の決まりは契約。その基準は公平。それは契約を作って守る者が忘れてはならないことだ。公平が失われたら契約は嘘の証拠となる。
If you're heading to Jueyun Karst, please bring me back a bunch of Qingxin. Just one bunch is enough. Travel expenses? Ah, I almost forgot. During the effective period of our contract, travel expenses are to be paid for by yourself. Sorry to bother you.
絶運の間に行く機会があったら精神を一束取ってきてくれ。一束でいいんだ。旅費はああ、忘れるところだった。契約の有効期間中の旅費はお前が持ってくれ。では頼んだぞ。
You speak of the young adeptus of Guili Plains. Still fulfilling his duty to this very day. Please, give this remedium tertiorum to him on my behalf. Oh, yes. Be sure not to let Paimon eat them. Nothing of this world can withstand the power of this medicine.
桐原の少年仙人か。今日になっても彼はその責務を果たしている。この連理鎮心散を彼に渡してくれるか。そうだ、パイモンが食わないように注意するんだ。この薬は常人が耐えられるものではない。
It reeks of wine. That bard has just been through here, hasn't he? That drunkard is a disgrace to the arts. Oh. Has he tricked you into getting drunk? You're slurring a little. Wait a moment. I'll brew a pot of sobering tea. It'll be ready in only 6 hours, so just wait a moment.
あの詩人が来ただろう。あの風流のわからないのんべえ詩人が。お前、奴に変な飲み物を飲まされてうっとりしているのか。少し待て。眠気覚ましの茶を入れよう。6時間あればできるんだ。少し待ってくれ。
Despite the multitude of affairs that she deals with in a day, Ningguang always continues to press on. A rare gem indeed. I'm reminded of the time that she used to walk barefoot from Yaoguang Shoal to the South Wharf, trying to sell her wares as she went. Time is cruel to humans.
多忙を極めていても、彼女は奮陣の心を持っている。あの頃、彼女が裸足で陽光の浜から南埠頭まで歩きながら商いをしていた姿を思い出す。時間は人にとって残酷なものだな。
The current overseer of the funeral parlor? I cannot deal with that child.
今の同種？うん。あの子は苦手だ。
That rascal from Snezhnaya has yet to depart from Liyue? No matter. Just let me know if he gives you any trouble. I shall deal with the matter swiftly.
あのスネージナヤの武人はまだリーウェにいるのか？構わない。彼がお前にちょっかいをかけてきたら、その時は俺を呼ぶといい。
It's said that Child and his reputation have yet again stirred up waves among the inner ranks of the Fatui. Knowing his type, he will be sure to swiftly depose anyone who dares to challenge his actions. Come to think of it, there will be a lot of interesting news to be heard the next time we gather for drinks. Care to join me when the time comes, traveler?
近頃、講師のファドゥイでの評価がまた下がったらしい。しかし、悪評を一掃するためであれば、彼は積極的に動くだろう。そう考えると、今度彼との宴席でまた面白い話が聞けそうだ。旅人、お前も一緒に来るか？
Liyue's prosperity has not merely been built on Rex Lapis's oracles or wisdom. It is also thanks to the countless servants of the Geo Archon who have honored their end of the contract. Of them, Ganyu is the one who has served for the longest time. If you want to know about her past, you should ask her about it. I fear my wording would not be delicate enough to receive her approval.
リーユへの繁栄は元王帝君のお告げのおかげだけではなく、契約に応えた無数の元神の民のおかげだ。その中で最も長く職務に就いたのが関羽だ。彼女の過去に関しては彼女の気を悪くしたくないからな。彼女本人に聞いてくれ。
She is the most impious of the Qixing.But I actually find the conviction of such people quite endearing. The only reason I was able to consider taking a step back from such overarching management of Liyue was because there are people like her. People who speak up when they believe themselves to be right, and then go and do something decisive about it.
彼女は東大七星の中で最も神を敬わない人だが、俺は結構気に入っている。自分が正しいと思うなら声を大きく動揺せずに行動する。こういう人間がリーユエに現れたから俺は引退を考えたんだ。
Despite never having signed a contract with me, she upholds order within many strata of Liyue society in her own way, dispelling misconceptions and correcting biases. Should her father one day return from his travels, I imagine that he would be even more delighted than I.
彼女は俺と契約をしていないが、自らの方法でリーユエの規律を守り、偏った思想を正している。いつの日か彼女の父親が戻ってきて、彼女の成長を目にしたらほっとするだろう。
Time tempers all volition.Yet she would give up everyone for her beliefs. Perhaps it is for this very reason that she has come to where she stands today. Should the chance come by me, I too would like to learn of the eternity for which she so earnestly endeavors.
すべての意志は時によって磨かれる。彼女は信念のためならば、自らのすべてを捧げることさえ厭わない。だからこそ、ここまで歩んでこられたのかもしれない。機会があれば、俺も彼女がすべてを費やした永遠を見てみたいものだ。
Why is it that once you finally get a break, rather than taking a rest, you instead come to me? Is it that you want to hear one of my stories?
どうした？せっかくの休暇なのに、休まずに俺のところに来るとは。俺の話が聞きたいのか？
Have you heard of the origin of the Black Cliff Forge? In the past, they would mine the ore veins of Mount Tianhong, and then replace the cavities with factory equipment. Tunnels run in all directions throughout the mountain. Some even run to the ruins, deep within the earth. I doubt there is a person today who could map out all the tunnels.
国願城の起源を聞いたことがあるか？昔、人々は天鉱山の鉱脈を採掘しながら、中で工場施設を作っていて、そしてそれが東大陸最大の工場になった。中の道路は四方八方に通じている。大地の深部にある古い遺跡に通じるものもあったが、その全てを記憶している人は今はもういないだろう。
Have you heard of the origins of the lantern rite? In a war long ago, the people of Liyue would release lanterns to remind their soldiers of the way home, and to never lose sight of themselves. Though, in this day and age, I doubt there are any that remember.
解凍祭の起源を聞いたことがあるか？昔、リーユエは戦をしていてな。戦地へと赴いた人たちが故郷に帰る方向と自分の初心を見失わないよう、人々が夜に抵当を飛ばしたんだ。今はもうそんなこと誰も覚えていないだろうがな。
The god of contracts. Have you heard of him? He has an impressive memory. He remembers the name of every person he comes across, and the date that every ship built in Liyue set sail. After all, only in being able to do so can he memorize all of the contracts he holds. With that said, not every memory is a happy one.
契約の神について聞いたことがあるか？彼は記憶力がとてもいいんだ。宿敵の名前をリーユエ船舶局が設立してから船が出港した全ての日を彼が忘れたことは一度もない。それほどの記憶力があるからこそ、あらゆる契約を覚えられる。しかし記憶力がいいということはたまに不快になるきっかけにもなる。
For those that live too long, the friends of days gone by and scenes from their adventures live on in their memories. As such, I have no regrets in meeting you, friend. Should the day ever come that we are not together, you will continue to shine like gold in my memories.
長く生き過ぎた人は記憶の中でのみ昔の戦友や過去の景色を尋ねられる。それでもお前との出会いを後悔していない。友よ、たとえいつかお前と別れる日が来るとしても、お前は俺の記憶の中で輝き続ける。
I enjoy partaking in walks through the city, when time permits. I find it very calming. Yes. Just when did this feeling begin?
時間があるとき城内を散歩すると気分が落ち着くな。うん。こんな気持ちはいつからだろうな。
To get people to abide by a contract and act in accordance with the guidelines set out within is simply to ask them to respect the concept of fairness. It is not a large request. How are there those who still do not understand such simplicity?
人々に契約を守らせ、ルールに従って行動してもらうのは公平を守ってほしいからだ。しかしそのことに気づかない人はどうしてもいる。
There was once a drink I used to enjoy with friends, long ago. Is it because the climate has changed? A shame I will never be able to relish in its smooth flavor again.
遠い昔に友と共に飲んだ酒だ。気候が変わったせいか、過去の味はもう再現できそうにない。
I don't like seafood. Just seeing it reminds me of that slimy texture and that scent that just won't wash off. As for why I hate it, it's a long story. So let's just say my memory is a little too good.
海産物は嫌いだ。見るだけでああいうなんというかツルツルと滑るような感覚と洗っても消えない生臭さを思い出す。原因は話すと長くなる。記憶力が良すぎるからということにしてくれ。
Happy birthday. This is a dried glaze lily that came into bloom on the day of your birth. Long ago, the people of Liyue would say that this flower blooms bearing the weight of the beautiful memories and prayers of the land. I believe this to have applied on the day you were born as well.
誕生日おめでとう。これはお前が生まれた日に咲いた瑠璃百合のドライフラワーだ。昔のリーウェの人々は大地の美しい記憶と祈りのためにこの花が咲くと言っていた。きっとお前の誕生もそうだと俺は信じている。
It seems my strength is returning. Not a lot, but enough.
力が戻ってきたようだ。多くはないが役に立つ。
My power is growing, and so with it grows the burden on my body. I'm okay. My structure is not the same as that of normal people. Please, do not worry yourself.
力が増した分、体への負担も増えた。大丈夫だ。俺の体は普通の人とは違う。心配いらない。
I see. Using a vision harnesses elements. As far as the common folk are concerned, this is no small feat. So, back then, they were aware of this as they stood beside me.
なるほど。神の目を使って元素の力を操ることは常人にとって単なる偉業ではないんだな。あの時の彼らはこんな覚悟を持って俺のそばにいたのか。
After letting go of my gnosis, I never expected to see a day like this again. Thank you, friend. Ah, yes. I have a new contract here. Care to take a look at it together?
神の心を手放した後、こんな景色が見れると思っていなかった。友よ、感謝するぞ。そうだ。ここに新しい契約があるが、一緒に確認しないか。
Rise!
霹靂先陣
Quake!
新天道地
crumble.
揺らぐことなし。
Gather.
岩山八九。
Stabilize.
剣女盤石。
Solidify.
難攻不落。
Order guide you.
天理チョーク。
This is order.
天道ここにあり。
I will have order.
天道万象。
One man's stone is another man's gem.
古の宝物、実に貴重だ。
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
偶然の出会いには趣がある。
Certainly worth the extra mile.
来た甲斐があった。
I see your power.
その実力、認めてやらなくもない。
This is getting interesting.
面白い。
Emergency countermeasures aren't my thing.
危機に陥った時の対応は得意ではない。
I'm feeling a little off.
ああ、少し疲れた。
You shouldn't see me like this.
見苦しいところを見せたな。
Even bedrock can be turned to dust.
盤石もいつか土に帰る。
Careless.
油断したか。
Nothing to fear.
恐るるに足らず。
Sure.
いいだろう。
A walk would be nice.
気晴らしになるな。
What shall we do?
何をすればいい？